I'm with Adult Leisure. How are you doing today?
Oh yeah, very well actually. I think we're a little bit tired this morning because we had a show in London last night and we didn't get back till 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, we're
Yeah.
kind of just recovering from that at the moment.
Awesome. How was the show?
Yeah, absolutely unreal to be honest. It was our first night of our UK tour for this year, and yeah, we were pretty blown away by it last night. To be honest, it was really cool. It was a really cool venue, really well run and put on. So yeah, just incredible to be honest.
Awesome. So, getting into the music, um, the things you don't know yet feels like quite a strong and cohesive debut. Where did this record really begin for you?
So the name of the record is "The Things You Don't Know Yet," and we released a song. I don't know, probably like 3 years ago now, 3 4 years ago. And it was called "Things You Don't Know Yet." And what we wanted to do with this album was just kind of it was the song that kind of started everything for us. And we just kind of wanted to kind of give that, give an ode to kind of that first song. Because I think with this album is it's kind of making everything feel very complete now that it's released. I just think it was just really nice to to call it "The Things You Don't Know Yet," and just kind of complete that story.
So, obviously, you've built great momentum with streaming and obviously on tour now. How does it feel to have a full body of work out there?
Yeah, I mean that was like it felt like it's just people have like a reference point now to go to, which is really nice. Where like I think we had EPs and singles and things like that come out, which was great to like drip feed songs more regularly. It just felt like a really proud achievement for us personally, just to have that body out. Um, but we're also noticing, like we noticed it last night, people are like connecting with it a lot more.
Mhm.
And I think it just kind of cements you as, like, yeah, this is serious, like this is what we're doing at the minute. And yeah, so it's kind of like what you want to do as well. Like when we're old and we look back on our lives and we'll be like, yeah, we did create this. Like this is awesome. Yeah, yeah. So we're yeah, I am beyond happy with it, with having that reference point and body of work that we can listen to and everyone else can listen to as well.
So obviously you spoke about connecting with people. You have previously said it's happy music for sad people. For people who haven't listened to the album, what does that phrase mean, sort of creatively and emotionally?
Well, it kind of, I think we've all been through different experiences in our lives, and like, kind of, just as everybody does, like we all kind of struggle our way through life, but we also have to remember that kind of we need to stay positive, and look after each other and look after our mental health and and all of that. And I think our songs can be quite dark lyrically.
Mhm.
Um, but when you listen to them, you wouldn't really know that unless you were listening out for the lyrics, because they're generally quite dancey, quite happy, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like kind of that's why we call it happy music for sad people, because we can all be sad people, but we can get through it with happy music, you know?
So obviously there's also quite a cinematic and nostalgic tone to it. Was there something in particular you're chasing, or did that vibe just kind of come naturally?
Yeah, I think it kind of just came naturally, just throughout recording and when we were having early ideas. And I don't know, we all of us have got quite big influence of like, I don't want to say, when I say 80s, I don't mean like 80s pop. I mean like 80s, like Cure, Smiths sort of stuff. And I think we kind of just leaned on that a little bit where, it's just quite big sounding, but it's still, it's still a band rather than that sort of thing. And we really wanted to have that like pop element. That kind of came naturally, to be honest, the pop element. And obviously when you add like sax in and things like that, it just makes it just blows up with like sax and synth within there. But it wasn't really something we meticulously planned. It kind of just, I don't know, it was just, I hate using this word, but it was just a vibe when we were like writing and listening to it. Yeah, it just worked really for that.
And obviously you worked with some incredible names on this album. How did those collaborations shape the sound?
Well, yeah, we worked with John Waugh, the saxophonist for the 1975 on two of the tracks on this album. Um, and John is just an absolute gentleman, like really lovely guy. And kind of we popped the off to him and said, "See, doing some sax on these tunes," fully expecting him to say no. You know, like, we're still a small band, so and but yeah, he come back and he was like, "Yeah, I'd love to work on these tracks with you guys." And but adding that sax, I think it's just taken another level. To from there, it's kind of giving it that kind of Sam Fender kind of edge for a lot of the yeah, for those two tunes. And then we also worked with Jess Chivers as well, who's an amazing vocalist, based in Bristol. Um, yeah, definitely check her out as well. Check her stuff out. But yeah, it's just been amazing to work with these people, and obviously our producer Ollie as well, who's produced the album. Who's again, it's just, I think it would be hard for us to work with anybody else because Ollie's so meticulous. He's on every single detail, and it's just working with him in the studio. It's just so fun and exciting.
So Boys Grows Old is one that really stood out to me. It's quite reflective, quite honest. Where did that vulnerability come from?
Yeah, so Dave kind of had like the initial idea for this, and it was just about like, the strain of growing up at times and like just that. I don't know how to word it really. Nave, do you know what I mean? It was just like the strain of like growing up a bit, wasn't it? And it was like how conflicting that can be and how hard it can be at times. And what I loved about that song is it almost does sound a bit childlike when you listen to it. And it kind of progresses throughout the song. Like it kind of, that's how I kind of listen to it. It could be completely what Dave did not want, but that's how I take it. And it's just like, I don't know, it just sounds really like juvenile at the beginning, and then it kind of just does progress, which is, yeah, really cool. And it's like obviously got the undertone of quite like, it's probably one of our like most, you know, I don't want to say heavy, but like heavier songs, if you know what I mean. Like it's pretty like, and playing it live is like you can feel the difference playing that song live to other songs. And obviously John's on that as well, which yeah. But it's definitely my favorite song on the album as well.
I think we
Um
were shocked, weren't we, when
yeah.
when John sent back the sax takes for that. We were really shocked. Like it was one take. Like we didn't have to go back to John and be like, "Oh, John, can you change this? Can you change that?" It was like, that's it. You know. But yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. There's the lyric, "Our parents are humans too." Was that something that hit you whilst writing, or was that something that you really kind of felt you'd been carrying a while?
Yeah, I think it's important that, kind of upbringings and stuff like that are very different in different people's household. I think it's important to remember that, obviously, parents can make mistakes too, and stuff like that. So it's like, I think it's important to remember that, and remember that we're all just kids at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? We're all just big kids. That doesn't really change. So
Was there a particular song or moment for you that you realized that this album was what this album was really about?
Oh, I think it was probably for me. So I joined this time last year, so I was a bit late to the party. But it was just as Kiss Me Like You Miss Her came out.
All right, yeah.
So prior to that, I was actually a big fan of the boys. I've known Neil a very long time, the singer. And when Borderline came out, I was like, oh, okay, that's like for me as a fan, I was like, that's very different to like, like Control and Things You Don't Know Yet and Bad Idea. And I was like, it's got this like synthy, policey sort of jam going on here. Like this is cool. And then when Kiss Me Like You Miss Her like dropped when I was in the band, um, that was the one song I'd say that like when we were playing outside into other cities, that got the biggest reception. And I think because we knew that was upcoming to the album, I was a bit like, oh, this is cool. This is really cool. But I think, to be honest with you, I think maybe See Her, because it was our first collaboration with John as well. It was just kind of like 2.5 minutes of just chaos. And like I just loved it. And it just felt like, you're getting like an established sound, musician on your track as well. It kind of cements what you're doing a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I was just to like go back. I think I was blown away by the by Kiss Me Like You Missed Her, and that definitely made me be a bit like, oh, something's going on here, like, and it's kind of in the cornerstone of the album, to be honest. That song.
You've had quite a few big milestones. It was the first show of your tour. What does success look like from beyond these milestones? Like, what's something that you are kind of hoping for in the future? Is there any particular venues, any particular collaborations? Is there anything that you really hope to manifest?
Oh, a lot. Honest. Like, yeah, we there's loads of people we'd love to collaborate with, and like loads of people that we'd kind of, yeah, loads of venues. Like, maybe I don't know, Wembley would be a good one. Something like that. Yeah, yeah. But I just think how important take it comes. Like we're trying the best we can. People are connecting with the music, and that's cool. It's exciting. Um, and yeah, I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully those collaborations and the bigger shows will come.
Yeah.
We
So,
we actually did have this chat the other day, and it was like Sunday. I think it was either Saturday early evening, Park Stage at Glastonbury. Like that was like for me. I was like, oh, I'd love that. And me and Dave were talking about like collaborations. Like we were like, imagine having Robert Smith on one of your songs. Like just imagine having him on your songs. Like, oh, I'd love that, to be honest.
so how has your relationship with your own music kind of changed through making this record now it's finished?
Oh, like I think just like as I was saying about Boy Grows Old, I was like saying like, cool, like this is you know, this feels like a really cool song. I think for me, it's like we got how has it changed my relationship with it? I'm I went from, kind of like joining and us recording and to now being like, really proud of it. I was always proud, but I feel like people will take us a lot more serious now because there is that album out. So I think that's kind of been the flip for me with music, if you know what I mean. And just learning to be more of like a student of it as well again, like listening to like everything you can. Like we've been listening to like we were listening to a load of like Sabrina Carpenter when we were doing this album, and it's just trying to like pick up
Mhm.
these things. So I think my relationships kind of changed to being like a fan to like more of a student of it, to be honest. And yeah, I think that's where I'm kind of at it. I don't know where you are, Nate, for that because you've been in obviously longer than me.
Yeah, I think it's pretty covered spot on, really. Kind of it was a lot of that, wasn't it? And a lot of Sam Fender. Yeah.
If you could send one record to your younger self, obviously there's talk of juvenileness and whatnot. So if you could send one record to your younger self, what would it be and why?
That's a great
That's
question. Well,
that's an amazing
go
question.
on, you could take that, Luke.
No, I think we should both do that one because it's a very personal one.
Yeah.
Mine would be mine would probably be Borderline. That's always been my favorite adult leisure song, Borderline. And the weirdly enough, like it's just the lyrics, the tone and everything just hits so many different people. Everyone's been through a breakup, and it just hits it so well. Like they did a fantastic job writing that song. So I would send that to me because it's quite angsty, but not in a typical angsty way. Um, and I think it's very clever. So yeah, I would say that one.
You'd say our own song.
Oh, is it not supposed to be our own song?
It can be your own song. No,
Oh
absolutely.
wow, that sounded bad, didn't it?
No, to be honest, sending your own song has a kind of beautiful message behind it, especially what the story of that song is.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, Nath, yeah, I'm going to keep that. I'm keeping that. I'm being philosophical,
Yeah.
mate.
So if I could send any, what was this question? Sorry.
So if you could send any record to your younger self, what would it be and why?
Oh, any records for my younger self? I would say Talking Heads 77, that album to myself. I think it's so influential. It's like RT. You know, it's just everything about it. It's groovy.
Mhm.
It's got it all. Like, and also like has live just absolutely incredible. Another level. Like, you know, they changed the game. I think, yeah, they influenced a lot. You see in 1950s live shows now, and so that is, yeah, it's that album for me is completely complete. Has it all.
So what do you hope people can take away from listening to this from, say, front to back? Like, what's the whole story of the new album?
It's kind of like a journey um, of of emotions, to be honest with you, without sounding cliche. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's loss, there's grief, but there's still love, and there's still like, getting through everything on it. Um, and what I hope people can take away is just like it's fine to be sad, but it's do it in like a happy way or positive way if you can, like that's how I've always envisioned the album, and I think that's where like yeah, that tagline for us comes from. Like Nate touched on it, like everyone's been through some trauma and some bad stuff in life, and I think it's great and it's healthy to reflect on it, which is what this album does, but to also spin it a bit so it's in like a bit of a positive way or a more accepting way. And I think that's just what helped us all as musicians, personally. Um, yeah, anything you want to add to that, Nate?
No, yeah, I think you're spot on. I think like yeah, it is a journey. The album is that journey. If all we want people to take away from it, it's like we just want people to find some kind of like solace in it, you know, and like and hopefully it helps, you know, people through whatever they've been through in life, you know. And as I say this, it's almost like you're going to listen to this album and it's going to be a very slow, sad ballad kind of album, and it's absolutely not. You know, it's it's an upbeat kind of dancey album, which will have you at your chair. So it's like, yeah, but that's where the term "happy music for sad people" comes from. Um, yeah,
My first listen through, I 100% got that upbeat feel, and after doing more looking into it, I had a second listen. I tried to really focus on the lyrics, and as I said, "Boy Grows Old" stands out
yeah.
because there is some like heavy reflective lyrics in that.
hmm Yeah, it's very that's the thing. It is lyrically, it's dark. It's dark, and you see that with the Smiths, you know, stuff like that. Like a lot, all of their lyrics were dark, you know, and but it's important to have that try and look back on things positively because you're going to carry these things forever. You know, like there's no amount of therapy and stuff like that that can kind of fix things for a lot of people. So it's how you deal with it, and hopefully this kind of helps people in that way.
So to finish things off, everyone I interview leaves an anonymous message for the next. My last asked, "What's your favorite part of the creative process?"
Hmm. I think for me, part of the creative process is the best part for me is seeing an early idea into a fully fledged something you're proud of. Because I love the early ideation stage so much. I love taking it through everything to the journey, but I think the very early stage is the best. When you have that raw 3 or 4 minutes of just someone's soul and emotion in it, and you can then take that and craft it together as four like best friends into something we're all proud of. Um, Definitely for me that. Same as you, Nate?
Sorry, I'm having some connectivity issues. I
Oh,
didn't
okay,
hear the
mate.
question. That
Oh,
one. Sorry.
so it's what's your favorite part of the creative process?
Oh, it's got to be favorite part of the creative process. The very start, the initial idea. Like the way that we work is Dave will send over an initial idea, just in a WhatsApp group, and is then when you kind of get most excited about it. Kind of you listen to that. I mean, there's a lot of ideas you've been, of course, like but yeah, the very start when you first get that WhatsApp message from Dave, he's kind of giving us the track. That's the best part. And then when you get into the studio and you're able to kind of put your own influence on it um and stuff like that, but you never get over the excitement of the first time you hear the initial idea.
So, what would you like to pass on to the next? It doesn't need to be a question. It could be advice. It could be something you live by. Absolutely anything.
Go on, Luke, you could
Oh,
take this one.
yeah, I'm trying to think. I could have said something really bad, like live, laugh, love, can I? Like a little
Yeah, oh,
thing.
you can do.
No, I'm joking. Um, do you know what I've always lived by, right? It was always, if it's not going to matter in the next hour or something like that, it was. If it's not going to matter within the next hour, why are you worrying about it?
Yeah. I think yeah, that's spot on. But yeah, I think sorry, I've forgotten the question.
So, it's just something that you'd like to pass on to the next person.
Um
It can be a question, mate, if you've got any
yeah.
questions. Like ours was, what was that creative, the creative process thing?
What about pass on to the next person? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it will be fine. It will be absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Just do you, do your thing. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks because that's only going to stop you. That's only going to prevent you doing what you want to do. Do yourself, do you, do what you want to do.
No, that's awesome. I really like that.
Yeah.
So where can people find you? Have you got any Scottish tour dates?
So, oh yeah, sorry. So, Instagram handle is Adult Leisure Band, and socials is all it's all on our Shopify at the minute, which we'll link and send over. But that's where everything is. We've got a UK tour now, starting last night in London, finishing up in Liverpool, the second week of November. Scotland, yes. So right, we played Butte Fest in the Isle of Bute earlier this year, and the Scots definitely lived up to their reputation as fans. That is something we will be doing, yeah, next year. We've just got, or we're going to look at definitely doing it next year because we haven't been over to Ireland yet as well. So it'd be really cool to kind of do that in that way. But the guys have played Scotland before, um, but I'm itching to get back up there. To be honest with you, I love Scotland, so yeah, I really want to get up there and play.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear when you come back to Scotland. I'll definitely be there. And
Much appreciated, mate.
Adult Leisure, check them out.
Thank you very much.
Cool, thanks.